Goldberg is one of the most iconic figures in professional wrestling history. His meteoric rise in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, during the late 1990s captivated fans and made him a household name. Known for his unstoppable streak and explosive in-ring style, Goldberg became synonymous with WCW's dominance. However, despite his larger-than-life presence, there is one claim he seems to have gotten wrong: the notion that he was WCW champion during the peak of the company's success against WWE. In reality, the timing does not match up. The late 1990s were a pivotal period for wrestling fans, marked by the famous Monday Night Wars between WCW's Monday Nitro and WWE's Monday Night Raw. During this era, WCW consistently outperformed WWE in television ratings, at times drawing massive numbers week after week. Shows featuring top stars like Hulk Hogan, Sting, and Ric Flair contributed to this dominance, but it's critical to note that Goldberg, while an emerging superstar, was not yet the face of WCW when the company first began to pull ahead in the ratings war. Goldberg's rise to championship glory came after he had already captured the imagination of wrestling fans with his undefeated streak. The momentum he generated made him a natural choice to become WCW World Heavyweight Champion, but by the time he received the title, the tide in the ratings battle had already begun to shift. WCW's peak ratings were driven by a combination of veteran stars, strong storylines, and the novelty of the live, Nitro broadcasts. Goldberg's championship reign certainly contributed to maintaining interest, but it wasn't the reason WCW initially surged past WWE. It's easy to see why Goldberg might conflate his championship reign with WCW's ratings dominance. From a fan's perspective, Goldberg's streak and eventual title victory seemed like the pinnacle of the era. He was an unstoppable force, defeating major stars in record time and capturing the championship in front of huge audiences. This image of Goldberg as a symbol of WCW's supremacy has persisted over time. Yet, when looking at historical television ratings and timelines, the facts tell a different story. WCW was beating WWE in the ratings well before Goldberg held the world title, relying heavily on its existing star power and innovative programming strategies. Another key point is that wrestling is often remembered more for moments than for precise chronology. Goldberg's ascension, streak, and championship victory were undeniably memorable, which can make it seem like he was the central figure driving the ratings war. However, historical data and reports from the era indicate that the real ratings spikes occurred with earlier storylines and matches featuring established WCW stars. Goldberg's championship added to the excitement but was not the catalyst for WCW's success. In conclusion, while Goldberg remains one of the most celebrated figures in wrestling history, it's important to clarify the timeline of events. The notion that he was the WCW champion when the company was beating WWE in ratings is not accurate. Goldberg's reign contributed to sustaining fan interest, but the initial surge in WCW's popularity occurred before he claimed the top prize. Recognizing this distinction doesn't diminish Goldberg's legacy. Rather, it provides a clearer understanding of wrestling history and the dynamics that defined one of the most competitive eras in the industry. WCW's ratings success was the result of a collective effort of multiple stars and creative strategies, with Goldberg's championship serving as a memorable chapter in an already high-profile period.